7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Hello everyone, and thank you for being here with us today on Women Have Needs Too. Women have needs too. Right now, I need to get my finances in order. And today we're here with Sabrina Protic, and she's an energetic and vibrant wife, mother, grandmother, career professional, life coach, and entrepreneur. She founded Ageless Techniques to promote a healthier mind, body, and a more youthful, energized, and active way of life. She has always had a fascination with maintaining vitality through natural approaches to wellness, including diet, fitness, and herbs. You find Sabrina being active in the community, speaking and leading her women's empowerment organization, WEE. Have you got through a major life change? Found yourself feeling like a failure? Maybe. Struggle to find yourself after a loss? Growing Ageless will help you rewrite the negative words in your mind and regain the beautiful life you dreamed of living. When Sabrina Protic's life went through a huge upheaval, she sank into a deep depression and wore black from head to toe for 3 years. That's a long time, Sabrina.
I know.
The story of how she reversed her mindset and began to put life back into her life will guide any woman who reads this book into a new and exciting future. Growing Ageless is about more than looking your best. It's about having the mindset that puts you on a path to your best life forever. And we're going to talk a little bit about your book today, but we're going to talk about you, Sabrina. You are in the spotlight.
I love the spotlight.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Beautiful, sunny Florida.
Sunny, yeah, now that the hurricane's gone.
We braved a hurricane just yesterday, right?
We did.
So how bad do we want to do this?
Yes. Well, for those of you who are watching, this is going to air in a couple weeks. So when you're watching it, the hurricane just passed.
Yeah, and we're here.
And we're here, alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
People say, "Aren't you afraid to live in Florida? You have hurricanes and well, sometimes tornadoes." I'm like, well, at least they give us plenty of warning when we know it's coming. You know.
Yes. Yes. We actually had hurricane and tornado warnings.
Yeah.
So we braved it. So
And
hey,
a little bit of flooding.
come on to Florida, right?
Yes. Come on
it's
down.
really, yeah.
Come on down.
Doors are open.
So what are we going to talk about today, Sabrina?
Well, speaking of upheaval, you know, my book, Growing Ageless, is all about me going through a really bad time in my life.
Let's talk about what happened.
Oh my goodness, life was perfect. I remember driving down the streets of sunny Florida saying life is good. Remember LG, life is good?
I love that brand.
Everything was perfect in my life. I felt good in my SUV, kids in the back seat, husband's at home watching sports. Everything was wonderful. And then the unwonderful thing happened. I went through a divorce. And, you know, the thing that stings about that is you just never want to be a statistic. And here's a statistic. I don't know if you heard of this. But
I'm a statistic too.
yeah, divorcee with 2 kids. They call it 2.5 kids in a minivan.
Right.
And here I was.
That was you.
That was me. I had
Yeah.
a dog at home, the little SUV, and the kids, and boy, my life just came to a complete halt. And I just.
How old were your kids at the time?
They were 10 and 11. They're 18 months apart.
And they let you wear black for 3 years?
They did. As long as I was taking them to soccer games and
They didn't care what you were wearing?
they didn't even notice that my tag was hanging out my shirt, you know. I'm like, you know,
I used to go places with my shirt inside out.
they didn't notice. They just thought it was, but you know, it was like Charlie, you know, it was one of the Charlie Brown characters that had his little blanket. Well, the black was my security blanket. It's
Right.
like it was the only thing that I owned that I could hang on to that became my identity. And I actually hid myself in it because, you know, my waistline was expanding, it was shrinking, I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating.
Black makes us look skinnier, right?
And there was a lot going on under that black. Let me tell you, I kind of packed on a few pounds.
So what were you thinking during this period? The 3 years is a long time.
It is.
I allow myself about a 20-minute pity party, and 3 years is a long time.
Well,
I did go through. I say that as a misnomer because there was a time when I went through my divorce that it lasted longer than 20 minutes.
okay. Oh, longer than 20 minutes.
Oh, it absolutely lasted longer. I'm going to cry right now, you know.
Well, yeah, it does take you back, doesn't
because
it?
it's something that you never want to have to go through. And then when you're there, you're like, I swore this was never going to happen.
That's how I feel. I didn't think that would ever happen to me. But, you know, the 3-year period, well, for the first year, I hid the divorce. Nobody knew. No, at work, nobody knew that I was
Not
divorced.
even people at work?
They didn't know. They didn't know it until I had a flat tire.
Oh my gosh, my people at my work knew everything
About
me.
I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
And it was a stigma, and I didn't want
Yeah.
anyone to know. Only my close family, even some of my friends didn't know I was divorced. And I had a flat
Wow.
tire at work, and my manager says, "Are you going to call your husband to fix your
Did you
tire?"
start crying?
This is what I said. I said, "No, I'm going to call AAA."
I love it.
And he says, "AAA." Now, he knew something was wrong. He says, "Why is she calling AAA? Because,
Yeah.
your husband's right there."
Right.
And that's when he asked me the big question. I think I probably dropped a tear when I had to finally reveal it.
Yeah.
And they knew something was going on with me because I was wearing black every day. I'm like, what? I even had coworkers say, "Oh, you're wearing black again. You're wearing black again." But I just felt comfortable.
When did you
in it.
finally, was it 3 years later you finally said, by the way,
It was 3 years later when I made a shift and started really engaging with friends because I isolated myself. Did you isolate yourself when you went through a divorce? Or
absolutely.
yeah, I kind of like,
Absolutely.
I was a shut-in. I was sheltering in place.
Yeah,
New term.
I would go to work and go straight to the gym, go home, clean. I never cleaned every day until I was divorced.
I know. Yeah, you find something to do, and then you go, what's up? I watched a lot of Shark Tank. I was just home. I was
Right.
a homebody.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
nobody really noticed that I was wearing black except my coworkers because I didn't have a life.
Did a switch flip, or was it a gradual, I'm going to wear brown and then I'm going to wear green?
No, it was good friends like you.
Oh,
That's what happened. So a girlfriend of
Good.
mine who had been away
Yeah.
for the 3 years, she moved back in town and invited me to a girls' outing. You know how therapeutic girls' outings are?
oh yeah, I do them all the time.
These, I call it the pack. I mean, we are our own survival kit,
Yeah.
is what happened. And
We
once
are.
I started integrating and realizing I wasn't the only one that had problems,
Yeah, we think that we're the only ones that are going through something,
I
right?
had no idea. And then they started unwinding and
Mm-hmm.
telling their stories. I was like, hey, somebody's got a divorce, somebody's separated, somebody's not happy, I'm not the only
Yeah.
one. And as I listened to their stories, I shared mine. That's when I realized that, girl, you kind of let yourself go. Then I start thinking, well, how can I help them?
Yeah,
That was kind of the key.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I stopped focusing on myself, because isn't that what self-pity is?
mm-hmm.
It's all about me, all
It's
about
all about
you.
me.
And when I started saying, well, let me share my story and help them and encourage them. And I just looked at my closet one day and says, I'm ditching this black.
I love it.
I'm
I love
starting
it.
over.
Yeah.
I went shopping.
Good.
I went shopping.
And that, talk about therapeutic.
Yeah, we love that. I hadn't gone shopping for years, and I spent too much money. But you know what? I came out of that. And then you know what else I did? I threw myself a coming out party.
Did you really?
I did.
That's a great idea.
I spent about $400. I went to Home Goods. I bought everything I always wanted. Fine china.
Oh, good for you.
Service platters. And I wanted it to be special.
Yeah.
I had chair covers and ribbons and bows. And I invited my friends. And I
Yeah.
bought the prettiest little dress I could. I felt like a 16-year-old, you know, little quinceañeras
Good for
they have.
you.
And I gave myself a formal. It was a formal. I told them it was a formal coming out
A
party.
formal.
I hosted it at my house. That's
Wow,
right.
how fun.
Guys and girls, and they had.
I
to
hope
wear
there was
their-
good music involved.
good music, and a lot of fun. And I just came to life.
That's awesome.
Throw yourself a coming out party. I deserved it. Nobody threw it for me.
Yeah.
I threw it for myself. And that's when I said, you know what? I have value, and there are people that
I
like
love
me.
it.
I
Yeah.
thought nobody liked me,
Yeah.
but I became
Well,
relevant.
you're very likable. Why would you not think?
Depression,
Oh.
and when you go through divorce, it's like nobody wants me.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you know, I'm single. I got 2 kids.
But that's not
Who
true.
wants me? Well, I think people want me now.
Well, it's funny you say that because when you are unhappy, how many people want to be around an unhappy person?
Ooh, yeah, because you're misery.
Yeah.
You know, nobody wants to be around
You
that
and
downer.
you will seek out other unhappy people
Yeah.
because misery loves company.
You're right. You're right. So I was attracting the thing that
Yeah.
kept me in that funk.
Wow.
That's what happened. And when I came
Right.
out,
You started attracting the happy
the
people.
positive people.
Positive. Well, they say you are who you hang around,
Mm-hmm.
and your 5 key influencers are what's going to put you in that direction.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
what direction do you want to go in?
That's
Do
true.
you want to go in these 5 people that you hang around? Let's just say you have 2 different groups of friends, and a lot of us do. you know, these group of friends that you hang around, but then you've got this group of friends, and these people don't even know these people, and they rarely interact. So do you want to, your future to look like this, or do you want it to look like this
That's
group?
powerful. And sometimes this group will hold you back.
Yeah.
From excelling and reaching your full potential. This group will help you, but sometimes there's so much influence on this group here, you know, that you allow.
Absolutely.
And you actually can live in that space. It takes a lot of courage to move out of that space and to gravitate and actually.
It does. It takes a lot of courage.
It does.
And we're going to be doing. I'd like to do a series on courage because it's a big thing for me. I was raised by a set of parents, but mostly my father, who taught us about courage. He put risk in front of us all the time to help us build our courage. Baby steps.
Yes.
But you know, when you're a kid and then you grow and you're older and the feats got larger and larger. And you know, we used to go through rapids all the time. River rapids.
Yes.
And we would walk through, and he would take us. And I remember trailing. You know, I was the youngest in the family, and he would trail us through the rapids. And of course, my older sister, of course, she was a pro. She's a pro at everything. And then my brother's the middle child. I'm the baby. And of course, we were all learning at different levels. And you know, I would hold on to the rocks, you know, while they're skipping across, and eventually I got to the point where I didn't have to hold on to the rocks, you know.
That's scary, Linda.
It is, but you know, we're going to get into more of that, you know, on future shows. But
He's teaching you.
so growing ageless, because I'm going to tell you there is no accident that is the title of your book, because you are ageless. I'm looking at you here, you're ageless, but you will probably tell me that you haven't always felt that way. Is that true?
No, I didn't. I didn't feel that way.
How did I know that you're going to tell me that?
Because I didn't. I didn't. You know what? So can I tell my age?
Absolutely. It's your show.
I'm going to share this only because I want women to know that they don't have to live like their number, their birth date. So
Absolutely.
I'm 62 years old. I'll be 63 in January. Thank you. Hello.
Yes, we just did a high five. That's for my son.
We did it. And you know, the reason I put growing age is because I came to the realization that I wasn't growing older. I was growing ageless. That I had found myself this rebirth. I just wasn't going down without a fight. And I told
beautiful.
people, look, I'm not going down without a fight.
Yeah.
I'm fighting these wrinkles all the way. So I'm
You don't have any wrinkles.
I'm fighting them. That's
All right,
why.
so what's your secret?
Well, you know, I've always practiced good skincare. Of course, you know, you have beautiful skin too. Good. My mom had me.
Yeah, but
doing
I'm not
stuff when I was-
62. I'm 50. I'm 57 because I don't have a problem showing my age either.
Yeah,
sharing my age.
that's why we get along so
Yeah.
well. We're honesty.
Yeah. We
So-
have a joke that we didn't come out of the same womb, but we could have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love
sisters from a different mister.
We love wellness and eating right, and so that's been my secret is eating healthy. And
Well, I do love junk food. Are you kidding me?
You do?
Oh, I love eating bad.
Well,
but I
popcorn is
know,
my junk food.
but I know I need to eat
good.
right
Yes.
in order to become
Well, hey,
ageless.
I will have my ice cream cone here or there.
Oh, good.
You know, I'm gonna
Good.
like I do. I'm
How about a
selecting
big
my-
juicy steak?
You know, I talked to you about this. I'm a seafood eater.
Oh, that's right. Seafood.
I
That's
love
healthy.
seafood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we looked
I
that
love
up.
my seafood. A steak every now and then. Hubby likes the steak, but
Yeah.
I'm a seafood person. But that's really been.
But you
it's
can't
just
be
been-
you can't be ageless if you eat steak all the time.
That's right.
But that's not all it is to being ageless. It's got to be a mindset.
It's a mindset. And my kids will tell you, I'm out there doing anything that they do, I do. So about 3 years ago, I had a full-blown race with my 7-year-old granddaughter.
I love
The
it.
neighborhood was cheering us on.
Who won?
I'm not telling.
I love it.
It's in my book. I have the video. So I said, Nala, let's have her. Oh, she was all too happy. She wanted to beat grandma.
Uh-huh.
And I gave it everything I had, Linda. I was reaching from the back.
I love you have to.
I was giving it all the gas. That girl, she was 7. She was pouring it on. It's nothing for them. I was kicking
No.
it. My husband videotaped this. I'm not telling you.
Did you fall?
I did not fall.
Okay, good.
I had my sneakers on.
Isn't that great?
And I
No
kicked it.
skins and bruises?
I will tell you this. You would have to watch the finish line to see who won.
I love it. Now,
She was 7. So what was I, 57 or something? I'm not sure.
my age.
Yeah.
Love it.
So you can race a 7-year-old.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
I'm just telling you.
Oh, I have to run away from them.
Well, but that's the fun in life. That's
It
growing
is.
ages when you live
Yeah.
your life alongside your kids. So have those races and play with them.
Yes.
And my daughter and I will go shopping together and we'll buy similar outfits. Now, of course, she looks cuter in hers than I do in mine. But hey,
But at least you're not wearing black anymore.
I'm not wearing
At least not
black.
every day.
No, I actually did a photo shoot with my daughter. And we had fun. It's just like sisters.
Yes.
So that's the mindset. It's
Yes.
like, I'm not living in that senior space yet.
Well, you don't need to. And you don't need to ever, do you?
No, we don't have to. In Florida, it's great. I'll tell you what, senior citizens in Florida, we get a lot of perks. But I will tell you, this is funny. When I got my, what is that?
ARP?
Yeah. It came in
I
the
threw
mail.
it away for
I
5
did
years.
too. Oh my God, we are so much alike. When I got it, I hid it. I said, I don't want anybody to see this. It was my AARP.
I was embarrassed. I was mad too. I'm like, why are they sending me this?
I know. I threw my.
I'm 49 and a half.
I'm not joining it. I don't want to be an AARP. I lost some discounts too. You did too. But
Yeah.
Isn't that vague?
I
But I'm
know.
like,
I know.
I didn't even want anybody to sit on my table when they came.
That's so funny. So
you
what's the secret? Okay,
Well,
eating right.
Eating right.
Mindset. So
yes.
tell us about the
living,
mindset.
Well, hey, living life with vitality. So hubby says, hey, let's go on a canoe trip. Okay. I had never been canoeing. I've
Right.
never done that before. And there's a chapter in the book where it didn't go good when I went. The boat capsized. I'm trying to look all cute and everything with my hair and makeup, and the boat capsized. But still, doing it. Yeah, don't mess with a woman's hair.
Oh,
That's one
God.
thing you don't.
That's so
we put too
funny.
much time into it.
That's true.
I didn't
That's
look
true.
cute after that. He thought I was adorable. He ended up marrying me.
Well,
We were
because
dating.
it's so funny how we look at ourselves and how other people look at us.
Yes.
Because my hair could be a total mess, and that's when my husband thinks I'm the
That's
cutest.
what my husband thought. He says, "Don't you look cute?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So I wanted to be angry, but I love the compliment.
Exactly.
So I'm like, okay.
But here's the thing: we're not supposed to look perfect all the time.
Yes.
We're not supposed to look 30 for the rest of our lives.
Exactly.
It's about accepting who we are. And of course, I have a goal every year that I haven't shared with you, but my goal every year is to become younger by my next birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you're growing ageless.
Yes.
This is the
I mean, that's the
thing.
goal.
Growing
And it's
ageless.
usually because I've let myself go throughout the year, and then all of a sudden, 6 months from now, I'm going to be another year older, and I'm like, oh, I got to get back on this because I'm going to be older instead of younger. And so I try each year to feel younger and look younger if I can. And the whole looking younger thing is okay, but it's not as important to me as feeling younger.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It really does. And it is a mindset. So it's how we dress, it's how we think, it's even our fitness routines.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's all of that. I did my treadmill this morning and had my protein
Good for
shake.
you. That's beautiful.
So it's keeping the blood circulating. So that's my key. So this book is about coming out of a bad place.
Yeah.
And reinventing yourself. And I started a women's empowerment organization during that.
Oh, let's talk about we.
Okay, so it's Women's Entrepreneurial Empowerment.
Women, tell them again.
Women's Entrepreneurial Empowerment.
Yes.
And the acronyms are we. I put a lot of thought into that because we means us.
I love
so
it.
that's why I did the acronym.
love it.
So we're on social media.
Yeah.
Anywhere you'll find us, WEE, Women's Entrepreneurial Empowerment. And it's a twofold purpose. It was to help women have a voice that were pursuing entrepreneurial pursuits and also to help our community. So I wanted to pull the two of those together.
Okay, and how do you do that?
Well, we did some fundraisers for Dress for
Oh.
Success.
Nice.
Yes, our first fundraiser, we collected over 600 pieces of professional women's attire. That some of them still had tags on them, Casper suits, all of that. And we donated that to them. Last year, we did a fundraiser for a all-girls preparatory school called Farrell's Grove Middle School. And we were able to raise $1,000 for them and also $1,000 for Dress for Success.
Wow.
Our small little organization.
And that's we that
That's
did
we.
that.
We did that.
That's beautiful.
Yes. So we're educating the entrepreneurs to have visibility in the community, not just
Yeah.
for commerce, but
Right.
also to support the community. That's where the real value is.
I love it.
To be known as a community supporter.
And how does this group, how's this group organized? It's all social?
Well, we have a social media group, so we actually have a membership So if you go
Okay.
to We, so the website it's hyphen womenentrepreneurs.com. So it's hyphen womenentrepreneurs.com. And there you'll see some of our women entrepreneurs. You'll see some events that we've done, because we also do an expo event to promote our women entrepreneurs. We do that once a year. We had a very successful one at Top Golf last year. Over 100 people showed up, and it was all for the female entrepreneur. Even the men came out and supported.
Now,
them.
is this something that's local to the Florida area, or is it national?
It's national. We're going international.
Beautiful.
I've got members from South Africa in that group.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, partnering with some of those women.
And how do you become how do you become eligible to be part of
Okay,
this
so we have two different ways. We have a free group that has over 600 members in it. It's on Facebook. So seek that out. It's under We, Women's Entrepreneurs, and seek that out on Facebook. Free to join. Just put a request in. I'll check you out. Come and join that group. And also, if you want to be an ambassador, we call it an ambassador. Those are the faces of the women that represent our charity groups. Like we just did one for Pasco County called Take Stock in Children.
Okay.
We had a blast with that.
Nice.
So we donated to that, and we had 4 members from the group that participated in a spelling bee. They had a blast.
Aww.
So all of those funds went right to Take Stock in Children on behalf of We. So we do things like that. And we have donated to other organizations, cancer organizations, women's health. We donate where there's a real need. Tiny
That's
homes.
beautiful.
Tiny homes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, tiny homes. We have a lady in our group. She has the community kids. Hey, Robin Donaldson, I'm giving you a shout out. Takes these neighborhood kids and they build these tiny homes
Really?
from scratch.
Oh, we need to talk about that, because my charity is an organization called Created, and there may be an opportunity for us
Support.
to
They would
support
love that. You should
because
see
when
some
the
of those
women
homes.
graduate, Created is an organization that helps fight human trafficking, and these women go through the program, and then they end up graduating, and then they're out in the world.
Wow.
So they need help with those, becoming independent.
Well, that would be great.
That would be really neat.
So look at that
for us to-
opportunity. See that whole collaboration
love
of things.
it.
So
I
we
love
is there, and I will
love it.
tell you, because of the networking that I've had, that organization has really supported me with the trauma I just went through in my life.
So let's talk about that trauma, and how we got to talk, because we're coming up. So let's talk about, how did you decide to write this book?
Well, it was because of We.
It was because
It
of
was
we.
because of We, right.
Really?
So I met the publisher, now publishing, Lisa Marie Garcia. She's a member of We.
Yes, I
And
know Lisa.
she
We had her
walked-
on a couple weeks ago.
She talked to me, and I was sharing my story. She says, "You got to write a book." I was like, "Oh, I can't do that." Yes, you can. No, I can't. You know Lisa. She doesn't take no for an answer.
Well, she knows when a story needs to be told.
She said, "You need
Everybody
to tell
has
that
a story,
That's
but
what she
not
said.
everybody's story has to be heard.
That's
and
what she said.
Yours needs to be heard.
So We has been in the nucleus of everything. Helped pull me out of my depression. A book came
Wow.
out of it, and also the support for my new venture. So yes, that organization is powerful.
That's
The
beautiful.
people that you meet to change your life.
And so you wrote this book.
Because Lisa said you've got to tell your story. As a matter of fact, this book was launched at our charity event. Lisa says, "Let's put this together. You're doing this big charity event. You're donating. The goal was to donate $1,000 to both organizations. So $2,000 came out of that one event." She says, "Why don't you launch your book there?" And I thought, I'm just kind of shy. No, I don't want it. Yes, you will. So what we did is we took 100% of the sales and we donated.
I would never call you shy.
Well, I remember I'm coming out now.
Right.
So we donated 100% of the proceeds from this book to Dress for Success and to Farrell Girls Middle School.
That's beautiful.
That's what we did. Signed, autographed, and so they were all too happy. I think everybody there bought a book.
Really.
So, and you should have saw the girls from the school.
Aw.
The school principal bought each one of those girls a book. We had, I think, 5 ambassadors from the school. They had their
How
own
do
book.
people get your book? How do they get your
So
book?
nowpublishing.com
Nowpublishing.com.
is where you can get the book.
Okay.
Yes, so that's a perfect place to get the book. It's on Amazon, but my publisher, I want to give them some kudos because they got me to where I am. And they've been supportive of me and really helped me. I don't think I'd be here had it not been for this book.
Really?
and now publishing. I want to give them their kudos for
Really?
that.
That's
Lisa Marie
fantastic.
Garcia, she did a wonderful thing. So
Isn't that-
encouraged me to greatness.
I love that.
That's what she did. She encouraged me to greatness.
Lisa's a special lady, and she has provided an amazing platform for people to tell their story and get their books
did.
out. Yeah, she's
And
done
she's
a great
still
job.
supporting me. So that it becomes a relationship. If
Yeah.
you guys know Lisa, you know she pours into you.
She does.
She does. She pours into you.
So, what kind of advice do you have for our viewers today who may be going through that 3-year black hole period?
Don't allow anything to bury you. I was basically at my own funeral, wearing black every day. So don't allow anything to bury you. And the key thing, and you went through this too, it's just so common. Don't isolate yourself.
Yeah.
Isolation is death.
It's easier said than done, though.
I know. You got to work hard to reach out.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes, you know what? Sometimes people are reaching out to you.
And you put that wall up.
You put it up. No, I don't think so. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to come. No. So we got to rechannel that.
Yes.
All it takes is 1 or 2 interactions with other people. Just got to reintegrate yourself. It's a new life. It's a new beginning. If you've gone through
Well,
something.
let's talk about your new beginning, because we're gonna wrap it up. But
Okay.
let's talk about that new beginning. Do you want to talk about the new beginning?
I'd love to talk about it.
Okay, so the new beginning, because
Oh, yes.
because I told people at the beginning of the show that women have needs too. Right now, they need to get their finances in order.
They do. So, this book, I figured, was a triumph of my life. I've conquered everything. Little did I know there was.
Little did you know. You probably have 5 more
There
books
was more
in
to
you.
go. I'm supposed to write another book, so I'm sure this journey will be in it.
Good.
But so yeah, I'm a victim of the pandemic. I had a secure job, 41 years, and at 62, I'm not quite ready to throw in the towel yet, because I have benefits on the table. Right?
Yeah.
My life insurance and my health insurance, I kind of still need that protection.
Right.
While I kind of ride this wave out.
Right.
And the pandemic's kind of not been kind to people, but I look at it as an opportunity now. You and I were talking about that. It seemed dark and gray. It's a time to wear black again.
No.
But I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Good.
So, I lost the job because they did lay off 1,000 people. I was
Yeah.
one of the ones. And I thought to myself, well, you know what? Let's use this as an opportunity.
Yeah.
I lost all forms of income. What am I going to do? Wallow
Now
in
what?
it? Yeah.
Now what?
I'm not going to go there again.
You're gonna do the backstroke.
Yeah, this book says don't sink into depression. So I just started thinking about, through the empowerment organization, I just love empowering, teaching,
Yeah.
and coaching.
Good.
So what can I do to still fill that need inside of me?
Yeah.
As I'm searching for my benefits and learning about that, I said, why reinvent the wheel? Just become an educator, become a financial educator, and teach people the things that they don't know about their finances.
Is that the line of work you were in before?
Actually, I'm operations manager, so I
So
oversaw.
you know-
Yes,
Yeah.
I oversaw.
It's in your
the,
DNA.
The money flow.
Yes.
I actually oversaw the money
That's
flow.
in your DNA then.
Yes, and
love
my
it.
mother too. So she
Oh,
was a
beautiful.
bookkeeper for
Wow.
some 33 years.
That's
so
great.
and my sister, in the bank. So
Yeah.
we've always just kind of got that in our blood. It just felt right to educate people, families on their finances.
I love that.
So I'm a financial coach.
Do
That's
you
what I am.
have, okay, so, and we're going to wrap it up with this. Do you have a tip for people who have, a little tip,
A little tip? Yes, I do.
but for people who have gone through what you've gone through in a similar situation this year?
Yes.
Go
What
ahead.
I want to say is follow your passion, not the money. Follow your passion.
I
I
love that.
went with my passion. I didn't choose something that was going to make me a lot of money. I chose something that was going to fulfill me and stay within who I am.
Yes.
So it's financial education and helping and empowering. I love the word empowerment.
Oh, yeah, me too.
So stay with who you are. So if you found
Yeah.
yourself detached
Great
from
advice.
that job, go ahead and find something that still is you.
Yes.
Be you.
I love that.
Be you.
I was having a phone conversation on the way over here this morning because I drive, about an hour and a half. I've got an hour and a half in the car, and I had a conversation with a friend this morning who is, feeling like she's missing her job. She loved her job. It was that she
Fulfilled her.
Yeah, and now she doesn't have that purpose, that particular purpose. And I said, well, you do have purpose in this life. That may not be it. Go out and find something similar, something that's going to feed you.
Right. So
Yeah.
whatever it was about that job, go find that.
Go find it.
Because that was filling her.
Yes.
So I really don't feel like I've lost anything. I really feel like I've gained because I've gained a
Absolutely.
community of people that trust me. That
And
now
you and I
can
have
help
gained
them.
each other.
Yes. Oh, this has been beautiful. Yeah, we have a lot in common.
Yeah,
so
because we just met a week or two. What?
yeah, we
two ago? Yeah, a couple
realized
weeks
we
ago.
should have known each other like years
Yes,
ago.
yes, we
But
should have
the
grown up
time-
together.
Time was right. You know what? Because we had pivot opportunities. So the word is
Yes.
pivot. We found pivot opportunities.
The universe is going to make us
Yes.
meet each other if we didn't,
Yes.
even if we didn't know it.
We
somebody
didn't
else
know.
did.
I
Yes.
said I used a term today. It's like the mama bird pushed us out of the nest.
I love it.
We
Yes.
are ready to fly.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yep. Got out there.
Yeah.
Well, now we're flying, and we are so happy that you joined us here today, Sabrina. Thank you so much for
Thank you for having me.
Your words of wisdom, and I can't wait to read your book. And I know you had to go out and read her book. Get it at nowpublishing.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. Women have needs too. Right now, we need to live our passion. Go out and do it. Stay inspired, and have a great day.